Why hello there, welcome back to my channel. I am your host Hellcat and welcome back to Limbus Company. In today's video, we continue on the story of Limbus Company. If you missed the previous episode of Limbus Company, here's a recap, but if you didn't, skip to this time frame because it's going to be very long. But anyways, let's begin the recap. We begin our story with our main character getting jumped by 3 people, Wolf, Lion and Panther. Apparently our main character has dementia because he doesn't know why he is getting jumped. Panther wants to know where his star is, but our main character would rather die than let them know where it is, even though he himself forgets where it is. Panther realizes that our main character doesn't have a mouse, meaning he can't tell him where it is. Lion wants to kill him, then all of a sudden a bus appears out of nowhere. Lion sees it as a way to up her KD ratio. Then the bus pulls an Uno reverse and... After Lion got rammed by the bus, a woman steps out of the bus and says something to our main character. She then asks why aren't he afraid. Our main character simply responded with he could lift his head up and find the stars. Then she told our main character to repeat the phrase follow your star. After our main character repeated the word, he suddenly got penetrated by several chains. After our main characters get penetrated by several chains, she calls him Dante and said that we are bound to your time. Remember this, it might be important. She then hoped he would be a good leader. Then a bunch of strangers appear. She then explained to him as long as he do what she says, these people will fight for him. Since there are no other options, he agrees. She then explained to us about the game mechanics. After a couple of fights, we were defeated. Then the 3 attackers killed everyone except for our main character and the woman. Then she died shortly after. Our main character thinks this is the end for him. Then a man with red eyes appears in front of us and proceeds to dismember both Lion and Wolf and tells the Panther to pick up both of their bodies, and our main character told him, the man with the red eye, that he is too late and his friends are all dead. But the man in the red eye says it's rewind time and rewind everybody back to life, while our main character have to suffer through it, and he fainted as well. Later on, our main character wakes up on the bus and are greeted by the bus driver, Caron. We were asked by the man with the red eyes if we're okay, but he doesn't understand clock language. He says our main character can call him Virgilus. He asks if our main character remembers who he is, but our main character doesn't because of dementia. Then he asks if our main character wants her memory back. Our main character replies with a nod. Then Virgilus asks if the lady we met earlier had anything to say, but she says no. Our main character realized that the woman was the person who he spoke to earlier and proceed to say how beautiful she is. She then explained to us that our name is Dante, which I will start calling him from now on. Dante asked how she could understand what he is saying. She stated that she can hear what he intends to speak. In theory, I think it's because she is bound to your time and she can understand what he is saying. Later, we were introduced to the people who are fighting for us, or should I say sinners. First, we were introduced to Gregor, the Bugman, Rodion, a light-hearted woman, Sinclair, an anxious and self-conscious guy, Yiseng, a mysterious and chill guy, Ishmael, a straightforward and dependable woman, Heathcliff, a wrecker, I have nothing to say to him, Dawn Quickster, a cheerful and loyal woman, Hongliu, a joyful and naive man, Ryushu, an artistic and uncontrollable woman, Mirsot, a gentleman, Otis, a blunt and self-assertive woman, and finally Foss, a genius, prideful and beautiful woman. I see. After the introduction, Virgilus told Dante that he will be joining them on a trip to the Inferno to look for something valuable. Dante don't want to go, so Virgilus tells Dante to listen to him if he wants his memory and head back. Dante hesitates but agrees shortly after. Later on, the bus stopped because there were a couple of crooks in front of the bus. Virgilus said they are perfect targets for practicing, so we were sent off the bus to kill them. Faustin explained to us more about the game mechanic. Some time passed, we kill all the crooks, we get back onto the bus and continue our journey. Some time passed again and we were back killing crooks on the ground. Faust explained to us more about the game mechanic and we kill all the crooks shortly after. Back on the bus, Ishmael is upset because she thought joining the company can help her in advancing her career, but she thinks she is just here to do nothing but meaningless violence. She considered changing jobs, but Faust reminded her that once you join the company, you can't change your job. Later on, Faust explained to us about the extraction mechanic, aka a mechanic where all gacha games have. Later on, we are back to the front of the bus where Faust tells Ishmael no need to be impatient, and Virgilus cut in to tell her that she will do more than just killing crooks. Force then explained to us about the extraction mechanic. To sum it all up, it's a mechanic that can change your character's personality. Each personality has different uses that can be used in different scenarios. Some explaining later, Vergler sent us outside to kill more crooks. Force explained to us even more about the game mechanic. We killed the crooks and hop on back to the bus. Karen told us that she could easily run them over but chose not to. This pissed off Dante because he just wasted his time fighting them. Vergler stepped in and tell Dante to chill out and say something to him. Then he tells Dante that he is the manager and he is his guide, and he will decide where they go and how will they arrive, then tell him to not argue with him. But all tensions dies down and we continue our trip. Dante asks where are they going, then Force repeated what Dante say and tell it to Vergilius. But Vergilius believed he already told him where they were going. Dante questioned again where they will be going. But the bus shuttered and start moving forward. Then we get this absolute banger of an opening. The funny thing is, this video is gonna end up getting copyrighted because of this music. And I don't give a shit about it. So that's the entire recap on the previous episode, and now let's continue on with the game. But before that, let's go to the extraction port because I've been saving up a lot of these tickets and roses. I'm gonna go do standard extraction yet. I have 5,600 lunacy and I'm gonna extract 10 standard extraction first to see what I got. So now let's begin. A bunch of brown and a red.
불꽃이 필요하신 거라면 피워드립니다.
I think that's 2-star, I guess. For mirror salt. Oh, that's only 1. Okay. I'm gonna go back now. Alright, so let's continue on with our story. Canto 1, The Outcast. If you're wondering why number 1, 2 is unlocked, is because I accidentally press enter when I click Canto 1 all 1 room. I accidentally clicked the enter. I thought enter means I go into game, then I select my character. But anyways, if you want to see more future content, let me remind you all to click like and subscribe and turn notification bell for further more video. Without further ado, let's get into it.
베르, 앞에 장애물이 있어. 구릉구릉 해도 돼?
The chatter was what finally got me to open my eyes. After all, nothing beats blocking out your sight when you want to keep boredom at bay. Nothing that there was much else to do on a bus whose destination was unknown to me. My lack of head and memory certainly didn't help either.
그래, 계속 지나가자고.
응, 덜컹덜컹. 비싼 세정제야. 베르가 큰맘 먹었다고 그랬어.
The clump stuck to the window gently dissolved, letting light through. Many different sets of eyes on the bus are liturgically facing forward. It felt like a pretty gruesome scene, but based on others' reaction, maybe this kind of violence is common in this city. Hey, it felt rather awkward to close my eyes again now that I was wide awake. That's when the conspicuously bearded man grabbed my attention. But, I mean, glasses know where we're going, right? A feature far more conspicuous than his beard made me slip.
방금 벌레 양반이라고 부르려고 했지? 다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 그레고르요. 당신이 시계 대가리가 아니라 단테라고 불리듯이.
I couldn't find any excuses, so I just gave back a light nod.
어이, 기사 양반, 우리 지금 어디로 가는 거야?
다시 한번 말하자면 내 이름은 카론이요. 당신이 벌레 양반이 아니라 그레고르라고 불리듯이.
She got you there, Gregor.
본전도 못 건졌네.
베르가 말했어. 수감자들은 사구로 간다.
방금 사구라고 말했는가? 그곳은 연두낭자의 출신지로 유명하지. 영웅의 발자취는 그때부터 시작되었다네. 바야흐로.
아까부터 시끄럽게 쫑알쫑알. 입 다물고 조용히 좀 가지.
나는 아까까지 입을 다물고 있었네만.
말 대답하지 말라고.
이봐요. 본인이 더 시끄럽다는 건 알아요?
죽어도 살아난다고 해서 아프지 않은 건 아니야. 한 번만 더 주둥이 놀려봐.
옳은 말을 했는데도 돌아오는 게 폭력이라니. 수준 알만하네요.
I contemplated for a second. Should I step in? Is this the part where I exercise my authority as the manager with dignity and grace? A faint memory urged me to do something. Now, guys, it's inadvised to lose your... What?
모분초도 모가지를 분질러야 조용해지지. 도야지 같은 새끼들.
What? What? What's going on?
이유 없는 폭력은 용서받을 수 없다네. 그대는 내가 응징하지.
You're gonna get something run through your face.
아, 이럴 줄 알았어. 옷에 피가 튀었잖아. 저기, 꼭 내 앞에서 싸워야겠어?
I must be mad. We haven't even reached our destination and they already killed 3 of our own. That is...
이거 잠깐 한눈이라도 팔려고 하면 사고를 치는군. 너희 넷 이번 달 버스 청소다.
어째서? 본인은 정의를 구현했을 뿐인 것을.
You kill her. You rammed that shit right through her face.
잠깐, 내 옷 빨래도 포함시켜줘. 피는 와인이랑은 다르게 잘 안 빠진단 말이야. 신 비싼 건데.
No one bats an eye at the lifeless janitors to be littering the floor. Maybe they're already taking their indefined revivals for granted. Oh, I'm gonna suffer through it, isn't it? But I don't even know how exactly I'm supposed to bring them back.
단테, 시계를 돌려주시겠습니까?
Turn the clock?
그런 모양새면 어리둥절한 표정이라는 건가? 기억해두죠. 파우스트 씨.
Virgilius gave Faust a tired nod and gestured to me. She let out a small sign but still came to my seat, probably out of a sense of obligation.
처음 만났던 날에도 당신이 했던 일을 말하는 거예요, 단테. 그때는 본능으로 해냈던 거겠지만. 자, 다시 해보죠. 눈을 감으세요.
Thought I had no eyes to close. Blocking out my sight is something I've done. Wait, then how do you go to... I had no reason not to follow false instruction here.
사실 문은 어디에나 있어요. 그러나 당신에게만 보이죠. 왜냐하면 당신의 하늘엔 별이 지지 않았으니까.
At that, I felt a thread of light creep into my sight. As if to open my eyes, I embraced the light. Then I saw space. I was alone there. And a massive door stood before me. It wasn't a pleasing sight. Suffocating heat and agonizing cries seeped through the gap. Hearing the endless laments and wailing for even a split second makes me feel faint. However, I'm approaching the door, grasping as handless as if it's what I was born to do. Despite being seemingly heavy, pulling it open was surprisingly easy. I groped about in the door, thousands upon thousands of last whales lay within. And reaching inside, I grabbed a few unknown hands. I can feel the histories of different sins bearing their brands crawl up my hands onto my arm.
고통을 나눌 준비가 되었나요?
Could that have been a question, or rather, pressure to comply? I pulled forth the sinners, grasping my hand with all my strength. A terrible pain spreads through my neck and head. It's so crushingly severe, it makes me wish I were dead. The indescribable sensation of bone and muscle twisting and tangling with each other goes on for what feels like an eternity. My legs weren't prepared to endure all this agony. I fell to knee atop the pool of blood in helplessness. Then I see it. Trembles in the bloody pools, gradually growing into waves and bubbles arising from the floor. Soon that blood soaking the ground coalesced into three masses. Then the agony that seemed to last forever vanished just like that. As the lumps of blood rose into the air and flew away, my sight was cleared of dreadful redness, returning to the grumbling bus.
목이 베어졌다가 붙어버린 신경은 어떻지? 두근거리던가?
What the f? Right as Heathcliff is restored to consciousness, he rubs his neck, mutters vulgar words, and approaches Ryushu. Hold on, I just brought you back, and you're going straight into another fight? Heathcliff turns around to glare at me. His eyes are those of a man devoured by blind fury.
어차피 살리는 게 대기 할 일 아닌가?
So you're gonna kill each other?
할 거 있으면 그 가짜는 시계 대가리째로 부수기 전에 저리 짜져 있어.
Oh god.
잠깐만요. 단테 씨가 괴로워하시는 것 같은데 이쯤에서 저
Why? Why? The incoherent gurgles of a dying person violated my ears.
시계 대가리, 다음번엔 널 으깰 거야. 이만하면 알아들었지?
정말 생긴 대로라더니 천박하게도 구네요.
한 번 죽어서는 만족을 못하나?
Not again, please. Heathcliff tightened his grip on the bed, and Ishmael is ready to swing her weapon as well. Have I seriously become the manager of people who can't be stopped, even by death? While I was lost in thoughts, all tensions in the bus suddenly dropped and froze over.
이거 아무래도 제대로 교정해둬야겠어.
No, please. It's gonna kill them all easy. The sinners on a collision course stopped dead in their tracks. A cold pair of red eyes cast their glare between the two.
첫 번째 규칙. 버스 안에서는 무기 부딪히는 소리가 들리지 아니한다. 이 순간 이후로 이 규칙이 깨어지면 너희는 내게 제발 죽여달라고 애원하게 될 거야. 난 충분히 그럴 수 있는 사람이야. 알지?
Sinclair's writhing on the floor was the only sound breaking the silence. Heathcliff glowered but couldn't bring himself to argue back.
단테, 미안하게 됐습니다. 시계를 한 번만 더 돌려주시죠.
Well, shit. I gotta suffer again because Heathcliff decided to beat up someone for no reason. I have to do that again? I'd rather die than have to bear that harrowing pain once more. I waggle my head in dejection. The faint hint of a smile on Virgil's face vanishes as his expression shifts.
내가 아직 사과와 부탁을 하고 있을 때 문을 여는 게 좋을 텐데, 관리자 단테. 아, 단지 아픔이 두려운 거라면, 그래서 고개를 젓는 거라면 기꺼이 도와드리겠습니다. 그 정도의 고통에는 눈 하나 깜빡 안 하게 말이죠. 그럼 견딜 수 있지 않겠습니까?
내가 잘못 들은 건가? 관리자님이 분명 거부 의사를 내비쳤던 것 같은데.
Oh no! Oh no! Is she going to die?
당신, 끼어드는 박자가 잘못됐군.
입사할 때 나의 상관은 네가 아니라 관리자님이라고 분명히 들었다.
Oh no! If she dies, Dante have to revive too.
관리자께서 고개를 저었다면 의미는 충분히 전달되었다고 보는데.
그래, 보호자관께서 나서시겠단 말인가? 그렇다면 보호자관께도 충분한 의미를 전달해 줘야겠군.
Oh no. The red hue of his eyes grew deeper, much to my dread. I don't really know what I'm meant to do as the manager, or if I even deserve to take this role. But I felt that I should at least stop things here so we don't get into an even bigger mess. Reviving one should hurt less than reviving 12 at once. He was gonna kill everybody in the bus? Otis, I'll rewind the clock. It's okay. Virgilius noticed me motioning her to stand down and withdraw the red glow from his glare as if in mutual understanding.
잘 생각하셨군.
관리자께서 그러시겠다면.
Otis seemed to want to add her input, but she promptly backed down and straightened herself out. The red door greeted me again, along with the twisting sensation. I've given up trying to describe the doors I go through. Words can't express it in full, anyway.
고맙습니다.
Sinclair stood up with a pained moan and bowed to me before waddling back to his seat.